Okay, so I just had this like hour-long dream, and I'm gonna try to talk about the whole thing right now. I just woke up and had to write. I just woke up and had to write it all down. It's 3 pages long, and it was so okay. Well, and I ended up waking up. I ended up waking up in this in a room. It was like alright. This is me trying to tell a story on 1 hour of sleep. But anyway, I have to. So, I wake in the dream. I wake up, or wake up. Like I wake up 5 times, and I specifically remember counting. I specifically made it a point after I woke up the second time. I was just like, this is okay, this is the second time I've been sent back to this couch, and and then the third time it happened, I was like, this is the third time I got sent back to this couch. And I say sent back because I'm not, yeah, that's what it felt like. It was like, I was like, I don't know, I was like, because every time I ended up waking up back on the couch, I couldn't remember how I got there. It just felt like I was doing something, and then I was just like suddenly back on this couch. So it happened 5 times, and I can't remember. I remembered it so well when I immediately woke up, and it's just, every second that goes by, I'm losing it. So, okay. Well, hi, baby. So, I'll move my notebook. Hey, sweetie. So, I move my nugget. So, hey, baby. So, okay, so one time, I gotta explain the room first. Okay, so my room, well, this room, because I don't just have one, but here, let me show you the ceiling fan. Oh, alright, the ceiling fan. Yeah. Okay. and so every time I wake up, and I fell asleep. I fell asleep. I don't normally fall asleep like this, but I guess I ended up falling asleep on my back and like facing the ceiling. So every time I woke up in my dream, and every time I woke up, I knew that I was still dreaming because I would look at my hand. It's like the easiest trick, just to know for sure, because sometimes the dream is that real that I have to make sure. So So I the room, every time I see the ceiling fan and I see like some guy, I don't know, I never talked to him, I don't remember if, I don't think I did, some guy, like, there's a long table on the other side of the room, and he's just like bending over the table, like as if he's like trying to like read something that's on the table. And I don't know who he was, but he was just there, trying to see what's on the table. And anyway, so there was one of the times I woke up in my dream, I run into my brother, and um and the the room is huge, like every time I get up off the couch, like the room is just I can see the room in its entirety, and it's huge. And I end up running into my brother, and he I just thought, I remember it was so cool because I specifically said to him, like, this is a dream, did you know this is a dream? Like, I asked him, and he was like, yeah. I was like, isn't this awesome? And he was like, yeah, it is. Cause there's been one time before when I was dreaming, and I ran into my brother in my dream, and I asked him if he knew it was a dream, and he didn't say yes, and I don't remember. I think he said no, but I don't remember for sure. But he definitely didn't say yes, like, but this time he said yeah, like it was for sure. Like, he knew. He was just, like, we met up in my dream. And and then the house we're in is this huge, like, water playland, like a huge indoor water park. And it's actually, I got Nugget's hair all over my face. So it's actually, it's something that he and I did quite a few times when we were kids. We went to quite a few indoor water parks in Wisconsin Dells. So it's like it's something we both did together, and for the most part it was just me and my brother. Like, my mom took us most of the times, I think all of the times, but some of the it's so reminiscent of actual, our childhood, because sometimes it would just be me and him, and most of the time our mom wasn't like really there, like, playing with us. Like, she would, but sometimes she would let us just go and play by ourselves. So my mom didn't happen to be there, but so anyway, we just, like, my brother and I are just playing in the water, and then I don't remember how I don't remember how he stopped being there, or how he come to stop being there, or how that came to be, or whatever I'm trying to say. But I think it was like, then it was like one of the times I woke back up, and it's just, every second that goes by it's more blurry and more blurry to me. But I I meet this beautiful woman. and she kind of looks like a way more attractive version of the bride from Bridesmaids. Anyway, she's super. Wow. So I remember she had multicolored hair. Her hair was kind of short, like it reached her shoulders, but it wasn't much past that. And it was multicolored, but it wasn't like rainbow. It was just like multicolored, like natural hair colors. And it looked really good. And so, and just in the past, just in the past couple months, I've been doing things differently in my dreams. Where I used to like just, if I know I'm dreaming, I just do what I want, and I just used to look at it as it's a dream. I know it's a dream. I can do whatever I want and control whatever I want or whoever I want. So in the past, before, if I've come across someone in my dreams who didn't want to engage in relations with me, I would just make them want to. And I never, this is so awkward. It's like so awkward to talk about, but I have to. So okay, so okay. So I meet this girl. I'm very attracted to her, and I'm with her for a while, and I don't really remember specifically how, but we had a connection, and I got the green light. And I remember taking her hand, and just basking in the moment for a second, like within myself. I'm internally, I'm not saying out loud to her, but I'm just thinking to myself how amazing and there are other words. I'll think of the other words later. I can't right now, but so amazing it is that I can feel her hand, and I know it's a dream, and I'm like, why can I feel this like it's real, But anyway, so so I take her hand, and we're walking. We enter into the next room, and it's even huger, and it's just this huge indoor water park, and we both have flip-flops on, although I never specifically looked at my feet to be sure, but I just kind of just knew it. I looked at her feet, and I knew she had flip-flops on. But for some reason, she didn't want to go this one way, where we would have to walk through like an inch of water. I'm not sure, because we're at a water park. Oh, I didn't ask her why. I didn't really care. I was kind of in a hurry to go some. Well, what we were doing was trying to go somewhere private. Like, I know, like, how ridiculous that sounds because we're in a dream, but, like, I'm all, like, respectful now. And I'm not, like, where I used to, like, a few months ago, I would just go at it. I'm not, like, I don't care who else is in this room. Like, I'll do it right here, right now, because it's a dream, and I know it is, you know, but now it's different. It's like, it's so real that I just, like, I'm still, I don't know, just didn't want to do it like that anymore, so we're looking for somewhere private to go in this huge water park, and she didn't want to go that way, so I'm like, alright, we'll go this way, it's fine. I'm in a hurry. Then we go to the right, and then we enter into this other room, except it's not really, it's more of a hallway, leading to other rooms, and to our left there's a, like, glass enclosement that it reminded me and made me think of the glass, like, enclosements at the zoo. You know, it was pretty big. It was a big one, and you know, just like any of those big glass enclosements. And I never got, like, because I'm in a hurry. Otherwise, like, if I was by myself in the dream, I would have gone and checked it out and seen what it was, and seen if there was an animal in it, like, but did I say zoo? I don't know, but it, like, one of those at the zoo. Anyway, I would have checked if I wasn't in a hurry, but I didn't, so I don't know if it was or what it was, but that's what it looked like to me. So we went past it. You know, we passed it, and then we end up at these 3 water slides. And she kind of gets excited, and I lose her for a second. Like, she goes ahead of me to slide down one of these slides. So I couldn't quite see which one she went down to. There's 3 of them, and so I get up to the slides, and luckily there's the trusty lifeguard guy. You know, the guy at every water park that's by the water slides that's like, okay, now you can go. Okay, now you can go. And he was like, oh, she went through the middle one. So I was like, thanks, man. And I trusted him, and I went through the middle one. And while I'm dreaming, I have a playlist going on YouTube. I just made it, actually. I just made a new playlist, like, specifically because I wanted to, just experimenting and seeing if I would be able to hear it in my dream and pick it out and actually, like, listen to it while I'm dreaming. And while I'm going down the water slide, it's the first time. Well, actually, no. Before there was a part in my dream, but I can't remember what I was doing, and I wasn't really making out what it was, or don't remember. But I know that I could hear the the sound coming from my speakers. But in the water slide, it was clear. It was like there were speakers in the water slide with me. And it was the only time in this whole, like, hour dream where I could hear it, and I knew, okay, I can hear it so clear in here. It's like, yeah, it was like somebody, it was like there were speakers installed all in the water slide, and only while I'm going down the water slide is when that's, all I hear is the sound of the water, but that's very faint, and the sound of the video is very clear. But other than that, in the rest of the dream, it's pretty faded out to the noises of everything else going on. All the people I'm talking to and everything. So anyway, I get to I could see, like, the light coming, so when you get to the end of the water slide and you're gonna fall into the pool, and you're probably gonna go all the way down, and then you have to come back up. So you have to either plug your nose or just, like, exhale, and I just exhale. So I exhaled as I went under, and I came back up, and I got out, and I just, like, walked forward, and there's this clear door, or glass door, or I don't think it was completely glass, but it had a big glass window, at least, like, the top half of it, so I could see through the door, and I could see that she was through the door. So I walked through the door. Watch me fall asleep while I'm trying to I'm trying to say this. Anyway, I walk through the door, and she sees me, and I go towards her. Oh, she's okay. First of all, the vibe in this room, it's no longer a water park anymore. Like, in this room, it's like a party. It's like a house party. It's more of a vibe of a house party. There are people in here. There's there's actually, like, a stripper pole to the left of her. And she's on a couch. She's sitting on a couch, just looking really good. And then to the right of her, there's a couple, I think, I don't know, there's, like, two people, and I think they're just, like, one, I think she's, like, I think they're dancing together on the couch. But anyway, yeah, who cares? I wasn't concerned with what they were doing. I wasn't paying too much attention, so. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so I go up to her, and I'm just all like smooth and without missing a beat. I'm like, can I have a dance? That wasn't even like that. It's like, I'm too embarrassed to say it how I said it, but anyway, what, I'm gonna skip over this part. It was nice, and I'm like, I just, and then again, like before, like when I was holding her hand, and like now, I'm like, how fucking amazing is it that I can feel her skin and her hair and everything, just like just like I can in this world. So it's exactly the same. I can feel it just like I can here. Like just like just like I can feel my phone right now. I can touch my phone. I can touch my pillow. Like it, it's just as real. It wasn't even like a fraction of. It wasn't even like. No, it was. I woke up still feeling it. Her hair, and anyway. Fast forward a little bit. Now I'm in the middle, not in the middle, but like off to the left somewhere. It's like the more crowded part of the party. So suddenly I'm here, and um I'm socializing with everyone in this room, one at a time. I'm I'm actually looking directly at every individual face in the room, and I'm saying hello to everybody. I'm shaking hands, like I normally would at any party, and make sure I say hello to everyone, and meet everyone, and well, anyway. As I'm looking at, I'm looking around the room at everyone's face, I see, as soon as I see, this one particular face, there was I felt this negative energy, and, like the way he's looking at me, it's like, it's like he's looking at me like he knows this is my dream, and he knows that I know that this is my dream. It was like, and like, besides my brother, like my brother was complete positive energy, and my brother knew it was a dream. But this guy, I had never seen him before. He had it was an odd looking face. Would never be able to draw it, but he I just gave him a smile, like, like I just gave him that smile, like okay, I'm like, you're fine, you're welcome here, I welcome you, you don't bother me, like, you might be here with some ill intentions, or whatever you're here for. Like, you don't seem to have the best intentions right now, but he didn't bother me. And I smiled at him to let him know, like, I know what's going on. Like, I know, like, I know, and, well, that's, like, I'm smiling at him from, like, he's, like, maybe 6 to 10 like feet away from me, if I had to guess, is what it feels like. And and the room is like kind of like resembles a kitchen, and I've had quite a few, like, I've been to quite a few house parties where I partied in the kitchen for most of the night, so it was like nothing new to me. And well, suddenly he appears, like, it feels like he kind of like appears over, like, right next to me, like by my right shoulder. And then so I'm like, oh, so I turn to him and I actually shake his hand and I say hello. And I never like, I never say to him, like, specifically, like, or ask him or anything, I'm just like, I just give him the look, like, I know what's going on, and then I don't remember where he went, but I don't see him at all again in the stream at all. So that was the end of that. No more negative energy. And then I remember, and then it was like, I don't remember how much longer I was partying in the kitchen, but then I woke up again, ended up waking up again on the couch, in the big huge room. The guy's still like bending over the table or trying to see what's on the table, um and I don't even remember which time this was, if it was the third time or if it was the fourth time. But I remember specifically the fourth time. The ceiling fan was vibrating, and um and the words electromagnetic popped into my head immediately when I saw it. And I'm not. Oh shit. Hold on. Okay. Shit. Alright. I was worried I would've. Well, anyway. I had to start a new video. Okay, so it's like, it's vibrating now. Like, and before it was still, it was just, it wasn't on, rotating or anything, any of the other times I woke up. But now, it's not going around, it's not running, it's just staying in the same position, but it's vibrating, immensely, like, intensely. And I feel like I feel it's kind of like pulling me towards it, like a magnet, but very, very slowly, and I'm like, wait a minute. No, now, here, wait, this is my dream. I will not be controlled. So I'm like, I'm gonna resist, and I'm gonna not, not gonna, I can do what I want, damn it. Like, damn it, Thursday. Or, I don't know, anyway. So, I go to the right, or I turn to the right rather, and I notice that there's, and I'm off the couch. I turn to the right, and there's a garage door, maybe 12 feet away from me. 10. Yeah, like 10 feet away from me. There's a garage door. And it doesn't make any sense because I'm inside, but it's a dream, and I didn't think it, I know, knowing it's a dream, I'm like, I want to go in there. I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna go through that door. And I know that I can just, well, normally, I can just go through doors, I can go through walls, I can go wherever I want, and there are no limitations. So I start heading to the garage door, but the closer I get to it, the harder it is. The harder it is, and I get up to like a railing that's like leading to it. It's like, yeah, okay, it's like a railing, and there are stairs. I get up to the stairs, and the stairs, there's only like, it's like 4 steps, like going down, and then the garage door. So I get to the steps and then the railing, so I have to start taking my taking my taking my right hand and like struggling, like pulling myself to this door, like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go through the door. And I'm so determined, and the closer I get, the harder it is, and the the less close I get with every pull. And then these people that are over by the table over there, where the Ben and Jerry's guy is bending over. Oh, I don't know if I explained this, but anyway, I woke up. Well, I'll get to that. All right, the Ben. Well, he's really a empty pint of Ben and Jerry's that I ate before I went to sleep. Anyway, so these people over by the table, they notice me trying to get to the garage door, and they start walking over to me, and they're like, "You can't go in there." And I'm like, well, I don't know if I don't remember if I physically responded to them or if I was just thinking in my head, like, well, I know I was thinking in my head for sure, like, yes, I can, I'm going to, like, it's my dream. It's my dream, damn it. And, and then I'm like, why can't I go in here? You know, I don't like being told what I can't do, especially in my dream where I know I can do whatever I want. So, or I had thought. So these people, they're pretty polite about it. They're not being like rude or scary or anything, and there's no negative energy coming from them, but there are they come over, they walk over to me, and they're like, you can't go in there. So they come over to stop me from trying to go in there. So now the resistance is even hard. It's even worse, and now there's just no way. So I'm just like, okay, all right, I'm not gonna. Okay, you've convinced me. I'm not gonna try to go in there. Clearly, I can't. I feel like I've been struggling to get. I couldn't quite get close enough to touch the door. I've just been struggling here for a few minutes now, and I can't. So now you guys are here, and all right, fine, I can't do it. So I never found out what was on the other side of the door, and but I also didn't get sucked to the fan either. Like, after they got to me, I feel like it didn't take me long, and I woke up again for the 5th time. And the ceiling fan was there, and it was still. Wasn't, attracting me towards it or pulling me towards it or anything. And like the guy's still bending over the table, because my Ben and Jerry's empty pint is still there, and then I wake up for real, and I laid here thinking about the dream for a couple minutes, and then I grabbed my notebook and my pen, and I'm like, I have to write this down now. Like, I can't delay. I have to, from now on, I can't even, like, I have to keep my notebook and my pen right next to me from now on, because I can't, I gotta just wake up and immediately start writing it. Every second that I laid here thinking about, well, for the most part, thinking about that girl, I was losing what happened, and I've lost so much of it. Like, I woke up 5 times, and then, well, after I woke up the 5th time within the dream, and and I was still laying here, and then I woke up for real, and I woke up here in this world, and then I looked at my hand, and I was like, okay, I'm awake. And then I looked at the clock, and I realized it had only been an hour. And, I don't know if I can't remember. I can't remember if I mentioned, but I made a Little Bird playlist of videos. Oh yeah, I did. I totally did. Okay. Well, her video titled Stepping Between Realities is the one that's actually playing when I woke up for real, like when I just woke up just now. And I had to pause it to write my dream down. But I thought that was very interesting, that that's the one. You know, I woke up and it's like, bam, stepping between realities. And that's what it felt like. And I can still, like, man, you know, I went to sleep. As I was falling asleep, I was trying to focus on this specific little house that I remember dreaming about before, where there was this old woman in the house. She was the only one besides me in the house, and I could tell she was very wise, and like it was at the end of some dream I had, but it's the only part of the dream I remember. It's so prominent in my memory, because I remember being in her it's like this cute little, like, one level house, you know, maybe like 2,000, maybe not even, like 1,500 square feet or whatever. Cute, really cute little house, and and I don't remember exactly. You know, okay, I do. This old lady, or old woman, or older, I don't know exactly, but, she asked me if I needed any help in this dream that I'm speaking of. This one happened a few months ago, and she asked me if I need any help, and I said no. Or, actually don't remember exactly how I responded, but I think I was like, I don't think so. But then after I woke up later, I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I had talked to her for longer, because she seemed like she was there for a reason, like, and I probably did need, like, some help and some guidance in my life, and I don't know exactly who she was, but she seemed very important. But in this dream, I wasn't, like, entirely aware that it was a dream. I don't think. But I was like, I have to go. I have to go for now. And she looks like, I remember she seemed kind of sad that I was leaving, and I didn't know who she was. But she was just just positive energy, and I felt very welcome inside her house. It was her house, and I don't know why I was in there or how I ended up in there, but I was like, I have to go for now. Thanks. And I hope I said thank you. I don't remember if I did, but as soon as I stepped outside her door, I immediately regretted it. And I was like, wait, I gotta go back in there and talk to her. Like, I felt this. Like, I need to. Like, she's there for a reason. I was in her house for a reason. Why am I leaving? You know? And, as soon as the door shut behind me, I go to turn around and open it back up again. And I can see, I can see her. She's still in there. I think it's, like, the dining room. But as soon as I open the door to come back in, I wake up against my will. Like, I wasn't trying to wake up. And I was so upset. I was so upset that day because I couldn't fall back into that dream. And I haven't been able to since then. So just now, before this dream, as I was falling asleep, I was picturing that house. And I'm trying to get back to that house. So it didn't work. I ended up in this room, but this room ended up being a completely different house, like a new one. There wasn't even a house. It was like a indoor water park resort and house party zoo, just a smorgasbord of different experiences that I've had. But then, and at the same time not. It was all very, very new and everything. And I miss the girl. Like, oh my gosh. I've, you know how many times I have fallen in love. I've fallen in love in my dreams with all these different women. Just all the time. It's probably what happens to me more than anything that I can remember in my dreams. I'm always falling in love. Like I'm like I meet these women in my dreams, and it doesn't take me long at all. It maybe like 5 minutes and I'm just in love with them. and and then I end up waking up. I end up waking up back in this world so disappointed. So yeah, but then the next night I might very well fall asleep again, or not fall asleep but wake up in dream world and fall in love with a completely different woman. Side note, I don't remember this chick's name. I don't remember if I ever got it. I didn't need it. It wasn't necessary. It was just like I didn't need to know her name. I just needed to know her. I didn't need to know her title. It didn't matter. But in one specific dream, I can only remember the name of one of the women I fell in love with, and her name was Mrs. Robinson. Because I didn't know her first name either, but I know her name was Mrs. Robinson, and I don't know why, and I don't know how, and I know there's a song called Mrs. Robinson. And it's like I've never really sat down and listened to that song, so it didn't have, it wasn't, I'm not sure why, but that was the only one I remember the name. But there's been, oh gosh, I don't know, could be like 100 women. 100 different women I've fallen in love with. I'm always falling in love. It is my favorite thing to do, after all. Being in love is the easiest thing to do in the world, and I am a fan of things that are easy, so I guess that really does show in wherever I'm at, if I'm in this world or in dream world. Wow. I'm gonna upload this. I probably left so much out, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it uploaded before I fall asleep again. But, I don't know, we'll see. Alright.